blast. Teenage dreams and neon screens. It was all rad, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like whatever, together forever. We're never gonna sever, laughing and sharing our stories clever. We'll take you back, it's like whatever.
Welcome to Like Whatever, a podcast for, by, and about Gen X. I'm Nicole, and this is my BFFF, Heather.
Hello.
So, 5 more sleeps till the Super Bowl.
I can't even think about it.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I'm stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't watch TV.
I took my work sent out a survey thing, not a survey, like a pics, kind of like a pics for everybody in the agency to and there were 10 questions on it. And that actually gave me hope going through it. It was like, who's going to fumble first and who's going to get sacked first and so I was creating scenarios in my head where I was like, yeah. And I picked the final score at Eagles 26, Chiefs 23.
Let's hope.
That's my pick.
Let's hope.
And we're at 26 because
Saquon Barkley's number?
Oh shit, I didn't think about that. But no, because it said whose kicker was going to miss the extra point, and I picked ours.
Ours?
Yeah.
Hands down, yes.
That's a pretty sure thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I rewatched the Super Bowl the other night.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I shared, I know you saw it, the video of everybody after that game and this. And, I've been an Eagles fan for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't follow it as much as I used to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. But then when we won, that was like...
It reignited.
It was just you could feel every generation of my family has been Eagles fans. Like my grandfather and my mother used to go to Franklin Field, and they had season tickets, and she used to go as a teenager, and she was there when they booed Santa, and
wow,
we were there for the Michael Irving nonsense, and you and I were at the first game of the link, and
we saw Montel Jordan.
And my mom and I were there for the last game in the vet, and that night it was just so emotional because every generation
finally,
yes, you could just feel it, and it was just, I don't know, it was just. And the way they did it and who they did it against, I think really helped the situation. But I mean, it was just so nobody liked them.
No, it was, backup quarterback.
Yeah. So it was just magic.
It really was.
I know I watched that game by myself for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
My mom did watch it with her brother, so he did get to see one before he passed. But I was alone. And when I didn't believe it was over. I didn't believe we had won. There was zeros across the board. And I was just like, I could breathe. It was like being able to breathe.
Yeah.
And I fell down on my knees and I cried. And then my phone just absolutely blew up with everybody I have ever known my entire life texting me. People I didn't remember I even knew had my number were texting me.
Yeah. It was awesome. I remember, I don't remember the whole fourth quarter. I'm pretty sure I spent all of it in my hallway with my eyes, my whole face in my hands. I don't even want to know. I just want. Can we just stop? Pretend. Let's just not even do this.
Let's make it. Just tomorrow.
Let's forfeit, and it never happened.
Let it be tomorrow, and then we can just all be done with it.
And our neighbor across the street, he is also from Philly and lifelong Eagles fan. And he told us that he always said that if the Eagles ever won, he was going to streak. And sure as shit, That game got over. We all ran out into the streets of the small town we live in. He stripped down butt ass naked and ran down the street.
Funny. It's just, I love Philadelphia anyway. If I ever had to live in a city, Philadelphia would be the city. I love the city. I always thought I was going to live in a row home like Rocky.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen because I don't like cities. But Philadelphia doesn't feel like a city to me. Like other cities feel. Philadelphia never really felt like that. And I don't know if it's just because I've been 100 million times or because my family was from up there. And
well, I think it's a different city because it's very blue collar.
It is.
As to where other cities tend to be very uppity.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're known for is their fancy parts of their city.
It's true.
As to where Philly is just Philly.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you don't like it, fuck you.
Yeah. Get out.
Yeah. We don't need you here.
Yeah. It's just, yeah. As excited as I am for this one, and I really hope they will win, and I will be excited and happy, but I will never have that moment again. Like that moment happened, and no matter what, no matter how many Super Bowls they win, yes, I will be excited, but I will never have that moment again.
Yep.
So.
But I will cherish this one because you never know when this is going to happen again.
And I'm not saying I don't want it to happen again. It would be great to
But
happen.
it might be another 50 years.
It could be another 10 generations of human beings that, will not
experience an Eagles Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But at least they won't have to hear their whole lives. How many Super Bowls? We have 4. How many you have?
Being in this division just sucks anyway because
everybody.
Yeah. And where we live,
Yeah.
it's just horrible. You got Ravens fans here and Redskins fans. Oh, excuse me, Commanders fans. I can't.
And Giants fans.
Cannot remember to say Commanders. Save my soul. But so it's. You had to hear it from fans all the time that how many more rings they had, and you still do, but it is what it is. So,
yep.
Hopefully, we'll be victorious on Sunday.
Yep, and then we'll talk about it next podcast, and then we
Hopefully.
promise we'll leave you alone after that.
If they don't win, we're not ever speaking of this again. We're going to live in a hole, somewhere.
Exactly.
But what I wanted to talk about, because this is Gen X related. This is Gen X related. Drew Barrymore is on the cover of AARP magazine.
That hurts my feelings.
It really does. It's upsetting. She's a little girl.
Yeah.
Clearly,
and she still acts like one.
She must be my age.
Yeah.
Or, because I just turned 50.
Well, how old were you when E.T. came out?
I don't remember. She has to be the same age because that's for people over 50. So she has to be 50. That's not right.
It's too much.
Nicole's husband turned 50 yesterday, and he's not happy about it.
He's not. He's very pouty.
But wait, more importantly,
I got a puppy.
Right.
She is the cutest, sweetest thing in the whole wide world.
She is pretty cute.
Yep. She's 4 months old. Her name is Nova. And she's sweet and smart. And
she smells like a puppy.
She smells like a puppy. And she makes cute little puppy noises. And we love her so much. We've had her like 5 days now. She didn't sleep for the first 48 hours, so we didn't like her too much the first couple of days. But we still loved her. We just didn't like her. But now it's all come together, and she just sleeps in the bed. So, whatever. When she's too big for the bed, one of us will have to go somewhere else. But we're too old to play that puppy shit staying up all night long. So she's just going to sleep in the bed.
Yeah. I don't think I could do that again.
Yeah. But she's amazing. We love her.
She is pretty cute.
Mm-hmm. And she's very social and friendly. Like
she was, yes.
So many people have come to meet her, and she's just been like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, she doesn't seem very excitable or,
Mm-mm. No, she's pretty low-key, which is good for us.
That is good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But she does bite and pinch.
Oh,
she's
a puppy.
Pinch. Ooh.
I had a dog that did that.
Mm-hmm.
Drove me nuts.
She's an ankle biter, too.
Oh. I really had a dog like that. I had a Chihuahua.
Yeah, but she's a big dog. She's not supposed to be an ankle biter.
No ankle biters. And my Chihuahua wasn't an ankle biter either. No, that's teasing. Yeah, she's pretty cute.
Yeah, she is.
All right.
Okay.
So let's get down to brass tacks here.
Let's do it.
Let's fuck around and find out about, to no one's surprise, the Super Bowl.
Woo!
I know, I'm clever, right?
I love it.
So OG, just real quick, just in case you didn't know, that the Super Bowl was created as a part of the 1966 merger agreement between the NFL and the AFL to have their best teams compete for a championship. It was originally called the AFL NFL World Championship Game until the Super Bowl moniker was adopted in 1969, Super Bowl III.
Gotcha.
So basically, that's how it became.
And the Eagles did win one of those championships.
Yes, the Eagles did win one of the championships. They beat Green Bay.
Right.
FYI.
We always beat Green Bay.
You know what? Wait till you see what I have to say later about Green Bay.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's really going to hurt my feeling. It really pains me. Oh, yeah. You just wait.
Okay.
Among the NFL's current 32 teams, 20 have won a Super Bowl and 15 hold multiple titles. The Steelers and the Patriots have the most Super Bowl titles at 6 each. Mm-hmm. The Patriots have the most Super Bowl appearances at 11. Uh-huh. The Patriots and the Broncos hold the record for the most defeats in the Super Bowl at 5 each.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The Ravens and the Bucks are the only franchises to be undefeated in multiple Super Bowls, having each won 2. Among the 12 teams who have not won a Super Bowl, the Browns, Texans, Jaguars, and Lions are the only 4 to have not appeared in the Super Bowl.
I do like the Lions.
Yeah.
But I think they're past their prime.
How many times have I wanted to become I should have been a Lions fan 30 years ago.
Yes.
I said I was switching teams 30 years ago.
Although now they're doing to people what the Eagles were doing to us when you wanted to be a Lions fan.
Because I said, if there's no hope, then you don't.
Yeah,
then you can enjoy the season.
Just pure enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why I always wanted to be a Lions fan. In that season they went without a win, I was like, see, no hope.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't be disappointed if you don't have any hope.
Right.
That's how I like to live my life.
I'm going to buy you a t-shirt that says that.
You really should. I will wear it with pride. It's among the world's most watched single sporting events and frequently commands the largest audience among all American broadcasts during the year. Basically, I just wanted to, give the basics and the little whatever about the teams.
Okay.
So we're going to start, just like the Super Bowl does, with national anthems.
Yay.
Mm-hmm. In 1980, Cheryl Ladd, who replaced Farrah Fawcett as Charlie's Angel, did the national anthem. I know. When I read that, I was like, hold up, what?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Cheryl Ladd, who replaced Farrah Fawcett in Charlie's Angels, sang the national anthem in 1980.
Did I know that?
I don't know if you knew that.
I'm going to have to go back and look at pictures and see if it looks familiar.
Okay. I didn't.
That doesn't sound
6?
right.
I was 6.
Yeah, I probably wasn't watching a whole lot of Charlie's Angels either.
Yeah, I don't.
Because I think it was more of a grown-up show, but I definitely know. I mean, I know the show for sure.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's another one that comes up you're just like, huh, really?
Yay.
I had to when I saw it, I had to Google, and I was like, are you sure you're just not lying to me? Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, all my information comes from SBNation.com.
Okay.
NFL.com.
Mm-hmm.
And Wikipedia. That's where I got all my lists. So that's why I was like, I have to check that because I think Wikipedia is lying to me.
It could be. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Sometimes.
When you, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
81 was.
I still check it sometimes.
Yeah. Helen O'Connell. It's really, it's really good for this kind of shit where you want to find out who won every Super Bowl to have the list.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. I go there for basic information.
Yeah.
I don't go there for is this true?
Yeah.
Or did this really happen? I don't go for that, but
to see who won
dates and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Stuff that, you really, Anyway, right. Helen O'Connell, who sang in 81, she is a big band singer, 40s style. In the 40s, she was a big band singer.
I don't think I've ever heard of her.
No. 82, Diana Ross. I know you've heard of her.
I have, yes.
83, here's the surprise one. Leslie Easterbrook, who played Rhonda Lee on Laverne and Shirley, and Debbie Callahan on Police Academy.
What?
Yes. I didn't believe that one either. I was like, hold up. Because she's the big busty blonde
Right.
on Police Academy. The
Yes.
stupid one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she sang. And she's actually, she's got, from her doing that, the national anthem, she had a big Broadway career.
Oh.
I did not know anything. I mean, I never really, I guess, cared about that.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. But yeah. So who knew?
Yeah.
84 was Barry Manilow.
Oh.
I know. We talked about him. 85 was the San Francisco Boys Choir, Girls Choir, and Children's Chorus. 86 was Wynton Marsalis, and he played the trumpet.
Okay.
87 was Neil Diamond. Again, I can't picture Neil Diamond doing that.
Yeah. I don't. It. I can't imagine it was very good. Unless he stuck right to it. Now, I will say real quick, if I could intervene
Yeah,
here.
you can interject anytime.
I am very particular about the national anthem. Like, don't get fancy with it. Don't try to sing keys and notes that you can't sing. Don't, elaborate. People should be able to sing along with you.
Yes.
It's the way I see it. Like, it's the national anthem. It's for everybody. You should be able to just sing it straightforward. You can make it your own, but also make it so everyone can sing along without, like, they go to say a word and you're pausing because you're going to make this big dramatic thing or something. So that drives me crazy.
Drag it on for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do love, like, a good, like, electric guitar national anthem. Or somebody did a saxophone one recently.
Yeah, the Eagles. I think it was the Eagles game, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
They have a trumpet player that does the national anthem at the stadium, too.
It was the Eagles, because I remember telling my husband they should have got that guy that sits outside Eagles Stadium playing the saxophone when you're leaving.
He is very good.
Yeah, they should have got him to go in
Or
there and
Jason
do it.
Kelsey.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
What's he doing? Nothing. He's got nothing
absolutely
else to
nothing.
do. He was there, so, get to it.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't go through like every Super Bowl ever. Like, we're just covering like the 80s, 90s Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And then
The Gen X ones.
Oh, yeah, and then some that I found particularly memorable. Because
It's your episode.
It's half my show, so I can do whatever the fuck I want.
I was just going to say, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
88 was Herb Alpert, and he played the trumpet.
I really liked him.
Him.
Mm-hmm.
89 was Billy Joel. Also, I didn't Google it to watch it. I did Google a couple of them, but I did not Google. I think I didn't.
I've never, I love Billy Joel's music, of course, and I know every word to every song, but him as a person, I'm not particularly fond of. He's very curmudgeon-y and
he's from New York.
misogynistic, and he just,
He's a New Yorker.
Yeah. Well, I do love the New Yorkers, though. Like, I love all of that, but and it's more recent stuff that's happened. I can't even think of what it is, but like in the past few years, I don't know.
I just can't imagine him singing the national anthem.
Yeah, it's not
No.
his thing.
No. 1990 was Aaron Neville.
I like Aaron Neville.
I like Aaron Neville.
Mm-hmm. Oh. The next one.
She read ahead. 91, Whitney. I mean, it was the onset of the Gulf War. She did release it as a single, and then they re-released it after September 11th. So, yeah.
So if you're listening to this, if you've never heard Whitney Houston sing the national anthem
First
at
of all,
the Super
have you
Bowl,
been living under a rock?
well, maybe they're young.
Again, every year during Super Bowl time, they play it.
Right. Or if it's been a while since you've gone back and watched it. I mean, I can't, there are no words to even say what it does to me. Like, it is the most beautiful thing I have ever heard in my life. I am not a crier, and it makes me sob every single time I watch it.
There are two very memorable that stick out to me, and Whitney is one. We'll get to the other one here in a minute because
I haven't read ahead, so I don't know who it is. But yeah, that Whitney one, I mean, if you ever need to feel good about being an American, which some of us can use right now, go listen to her sing that.
Yeah.
And it'll kind of bring you back down to earth a little bit.
She does. I rewatched it just for this. So
Beautiful.
in 92 was Harry Connick Jr., and I know you're a big fan of Harry Connick Jr.
I fucking love Harry Connick Jr. so much.
Does. That was also the year that they added American Sign Language.
Lovely.
92 seems like
They're probably going to take it away now. But
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe. 93 was Garth Brooks. Also, I don't know about Garth Brooks.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Garth Brooks.
94, Natalie Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love her.
95 was pretty funny. I did go back and rewatch this. Was Kathy Lee Gifford. Frank Gifford announced her, and she got booed.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was fine.
Yeah. I used to be a huge Regis and Kathy Lee fan when my kids were babies. So that was,
112 years ago.
Yeah, it was actually like when Torrin was a baby, my son. That was 97. But through the 90s, I watched Regis and Kathy Lee, and I used to love that show. Yeah. But Kathy Lee is awful.
Her family's from Lewis.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's really, I can't think of why I'm saying all this bad stuff about her. But I know at some point she pissed me off. So I'm just bitter right now because I had to give up Target, and I'm just so pissed that I had to give up Target.
Very upset.
Very upset. For those of you that don't know, as soon as it was announced that the DEI would be dropped, I'm not getting political here, I'm just informing you, that the second it happened, Target was like, oh, good, we don't have to hire anybody else anymore, so good. And they canceled it, so I can't support them anymore, and I'm devastated. But I digress.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm going to have to, did you see Costco is raising they're paying like $30 an hour?
Yeah, and did you see the lines? People are waiting in line like 2 hours.
I'm going to have to. There's a Costco going into Rehoboth.
There's one in, I think, Christiana, right?
I don't know.
That would be the closest. It's just going to be Food Lion and Dollar General for me now, I guess. Those two are made the good list. They're not on the naughty list yet.
Yeah, well, it'll be a long 4 years.
Yeah.
Vanessa Williams in 96.
I do love Vanessa Williams. She
I
has
like
a
Vanessa
beautiful
Williams,
voice.
97 was Luther Vandross.
Luther.
98 was Jewel, and I didn't look that up.
That can't be good.
I didn't think it would.
I like Jewel, but nah.
Yeah. 99 was Cher. I also did not look up Cher because I don't think I want to know.
I can't believe I don't remember that.
I know. It must not have been very good or not memorable at all. Like,
I don't remember that at all.
Again, I feel like it just takes a certain type of voice to be able to pull it off well. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure Cher did a fine job, but I just don't feel like she has that.
Right.
Faith Hill in 2000, after the first one, after September 11th. Mm-hmm. No, I'm lying. I lied. Mm-hmm. I skipped. Faith Hill, her version after September 11th was re-released also. And it made the Hot Country top 100 at number 35.
Okay. She does have a beautiful voice.
She does, yeah.
I'm not a country fan, but she has a pretty voice.
The one after September 11th was Mariah Carey. I didn't look that up. I'm sure she did a fantastic job. I don't care for Mariah Carey. She makes my ears bleed. My all-time favorite, though, absolutely hands down, I don't care who says what about where.
Yeah.
Fucking Lady Gaga.
That was stellar.
She stuck to it. She didn't fuck around. I went and watched it again. She didn't fuck around.
Her costume.
She just...
The whole set, like the whole thing was...
Extremely professional.
Yes.
Not at all what you would think she would do. And that's why she fucking did it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful when she did it.
And her voice, I think that's the first time you actually found out, as the average listener, what her voice did.
Right.
Yeah,
my husband has been a huge Lady Gaga fan since she's been out. Like, he fell in love with her instantly. And then back when she first got popular, she had a tour called the Monster Tour, I think. Mm-hmm. And it was on HBO, and my husband would literally watch it like every day.
Yeah.
And we would dance, and he loves her. We watched the Grammys the other night, and she performed, and he still was just like, man, she's amazing. Her voice
is fucking amazing. Amazing.
It is.
Top 10 voices. Like, she could probably, you could put her right up there with Whitney.
Yeah.
Her and Kelly Clarkson. Kelly Clarkson has an amazing voice,
That drives me crazy, too, because I can't stand Kelly Clarkson. I think she's so obnoxious, but she really is.
She really does have an amazing
really
voice.
Beautiful voice.
You know who else I like? I can't decide. I don't know how I feel about her as a human being, but her voice is so unique and changeable. Like she can do Ariana Grande. Can literally do anybody and sound just like them.
Right. I've always had a soft spot for Ariana Grande because I had young girls growing up during Nickelodeon. And so I fell in love with her on that show.
Yeah.
Like she was great. And then, learning all the stuff that they all went through as children coming up with Nickelodeon. So, because she's done some really dumb shit, but she went through a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
And, she was abused by people who were supposed to be caring about her. And
I think I just don't care for her particular brand of music.
I think that's it too. I don't necessarily she has a few songs I like. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, it's not my thing. But her voice is just, and just the way she can mimic. When her and Kelly Clarkson go head to head on Kelly Clarkson's show, it's just, and her on Saturday Night Live, she's.
Yeah, she's very talented.
So that was all the, there's a lot more if you wanted to, look and see who else did it. I just didn't care beyond that. Since 93, the NFL has required performers to supply a backup track. This came after this I did not know. Fun fact. Garth Brooks walked out of the stadium prior to his performance only 45 minutes before kickoff. He refused to take the stage due to a dispute with NBC. Brooks requested that the network premiere the music video for his new single, We Shall Be Free, during the pregame. The network chose not to air the video due to content some felt was disturbing imagery. Brooks had also refused to pre-record the anthem, which meant the league had nothing to play if he left.
What a little bitch.
Yeah. Television producers spotted John Bon Jovi in the grandstands and were prepared to use him as a replacement. I know.
That's adorable.
After last-minute negotiations, NBC agreed to air a clip of the video during the broadcast of the game, and Brooks was coaxed back into the stadium and sang.
Little baby got what he wanted.
I know how much I would rather see Bon Jovi.
Bitch.
Although I feel like that's not really Bon Jovi's thing either, but
no,
I would rather hear John Bon Jovi.
That would have been
singing.
awesome.
Yeah,
if he would have taken his place.
Yeah, he gives love a bad name. I love Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Following the wardrobe malfunction controversy in 2004, all scheduled performers for Super Bowl 10, 20, 39 were chosen under heavy scrutiny. It's hard. Roman numerals are hard.
I mean, they are and they aren't.
Yes.
They shouldn't be, but...
Well, they're fine when they're X's and I's, but then you start throwing L's in there.
It's like when you're a little kid and you're learning to count and you have to use your fingers.
Yes.
Like, you have to stop for that second and think
What is the L? and I had to, there was a couple of them where I just was like, I'm just going to write it out. Because
even the other night, my nephew was here and they put up on the screen, they were talking about Super Bowl and it was LIX and he was like, Super Bowl 59. I was like, wait. Yep. You're right.
I know. Like I said, when you start throwing L's in there, that's when I'm lost. I'm fine with the B's, the I's, and the X's.
Yes.
So let's just stick to them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so for that Super Bowl, they were chosen under heavy scrutiny. Game organizers decided not to use a popular music vocalist. So the combined choirs of the U.S. Military Academy, the Navy Academy, Air Force Academy, Coast Guard Academy, and the U.S. Army Herald trumpets were invited to perform. This was the first time since the second inauguration of President Richard Nixon in 1973 that all four service academies sang together.
I bet that was really beautiful.
I don't
remember that one either, but I bet that was really very,
for the most part, I don't really
patriotic.
Unless it's somebody like I actually care about, I don't usually listen to the national anthem.
And speaking of the wardrobe malfunction, what do you think of the conspiracy theory that Justin Timberlake did that on purpose?
We'll get to that.
Oh, because
we haven't got to halftime yet.
Damn it. Oh, yeah. I know. I almost brought something else up during the national anthem. I was like, wait, that was halftime, and I'm sure she's got that in here. So I just need to be patient.
Slow your roll.
You're the one that brought up the
We're in the
malfunction.
second quarter.
You're the one who brought it up.
Damn. 2 days after, this one of the Super Bowls, it was revealed that Jennifer Hudson had lip synced.
I think it's 43.
43, sure.
I think.
XL3.
It's 10:53.
Yeah, right. So 1053.
1,053 Super Bowls.
Okay. Looks good. What comes? I know. There's the other letters that.
Oh gosh, don't. Just
they're
don't.
going to throw
Oh,
more
there's a
letters
V
in.
right there. I see it.
Well, V is 5.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
V's are
gosh.
easy
You just
too.
have me scared now. I'm just.
Well, no, none in the Super Bowls, but I think like in life, there's other letters in the Roman
Well,
numeral.
luckily, we'll be dead by the time Super Bowls get that high.
Valid point. Oh God, what is that? 45. At the beginning of Super Bowl 45, Christina Aguilera sang the lyrics incorrectly. Instead of singing "Or the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming," the pop star sang "What so proudly we watched at the twilight's last gleaming."
I remember that. And I do not like Christina Aguilera.
I do. Sometimes.
I like her first album, Message in a Bottle, or Genie in a
I
Bottle.
don't like that one. I like Ex Tina. Dirty.
Nah.
I love that song.
My thing with Christina Aguilera, I think she has an absolutely beautiful voice. I do. But when she sings, she sounds like she is straining to get like go way above what she can actually do. If she would just stick, I think that's why I like her first album, because her voice is very well displayed on that. But everything else, she sounds like it hurts my throat to listen to her sing.
She does strain.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Dirty.
That's okay.
I like Dirty.
Yeah. You can
I like the
her.
Ex Tina era. Don't tell anybody. So, when you think about Super Bowls,
Yes.
do you ever think about the Bears?
Often.
The Super Bowl Shuffle,
Oh my gosh.
released in December of '85.
Did they play the Steelers that year? Do you happen to know?
I don't remember.
I'm only asking because my stepbrother was a big Steelers fan, and I remember this vividly, and I remember watching a Super Bowl with him, so I feel like it was all kind of around the same time.
I don't remember who they played.
Like, I remember laying on my parents' bed, he and I, with our chins on our hands and our feet kicked in the air, watching the TV in their bedroom. And I feel like it was all around the same time. But
Yeah, I don't remember who they played. I only went in I was only concentrating on the Super Bowl Shuffle. It might say.
Okay.
It might say.
Okay. We'll see. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, sometimes I don't remember what I wrote. So it was released in December 1985, 7 weeks ahead of their win in Super Bowl 20.
Yeah.
It's 2 X's.
Yeah.
That one. The song peaked at number 41 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100.
Now that's ridiculous.
And it earned a Grammy nomination
That's even more ridiculous.
for Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group.
If I was a duo or group R&B performer and they put that in my category, I'd be fucking irate.
It sold over 500,000 copies.
I mean, yeah, that's all well and good, and of course it did, but if you haven't heard it, especially if you haven't seen the video,
I watched
look it up.
It was amazing.
I don't even need to watch it. I remember
I did.
it.
I went back and watched
It's like
it. and I was
smoky,
like,
right?
ugh.
Like, it's like a smoky.
They're in a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these big guys shaking their booties.
It's pretty awesome.
It really is.
It fell in line with the Bears' high media attention as they completed their one-loss regular season. I mean, they were everywhere. The Bears were everywhere. Like, you couldn't spit without hitting.
They were on SNL.
They were everywhere.
Yeah.
The '85 Chicago Bears were the second sports team to have their own music video after the 1985 Seattle Seahawks made one earlier in the season, which I did not look up.
I don't remember that.
By the way, they lost to Prince Kiss as their Grammy. Poor Prince was put in the same category as the fucking
He
Super
was
Bowl.
probably mortified. It's so funny. I just watched a clip today. It was somebody posted an old clip, and it was an old Grammys, and the category was Best Black Single, which just sounds so awful now, and they go around, and the other nominees, of course, they're happy and they're smiling, but they get to Prince and he's sitting there just staring at the ground like, are you fucking serious?
All right.
Best Black Single.
I fucking love Prince. I missed the chance to see Prince. I really did. He was He was in Vegas. I was in Vegas. He was in Vegas. Yeah, and I didn't go because it was super expensive and I gamble.
Yeah.
And that I felt was more important than seeing Prince.
Regret that, don't you?
I do, because I could, gamble anytime. I could waste $200 any day of the week.
Yeah.
They made over $300,000 in profits from the song and music video, and they donated it to the Chicago Community Trust to help Chicago families in need with clothing, shelter, and food.
It was number 41 on the top 100 and got a Grammy nomination and only made $300,000.
I mean, $300,000 in 1985 money.
I guess.
That's probably a lot.
All you hear these days are billions of dollars.
Well, but that's not adjusted for inflation.
Right.
It could be billions of dollars. I don't know. The video was taped at Park West, a Chicago nightclub, the morning after the Bears' only loss of the 85 season, 38-24 to the Miami Dolphins on Monday Night Football.
Oh, their only loss, not the
That was the season loss on Monday Night
Football.
Football.
Oh, gotcha.
On December 2nd, 1985.
Okay.
Jim McMahon and Walter Payton refused to participate in the video shoot, thinking it would be better to release the song and video after the season was complete. I mean, they're not wrong.
I mean, pick your battles here, guys. Just
Well, so they got outvoted, and I guess they changed their minds because if you go back and watch now, they recorded at a different time than the rest, so they're not in. They superimposed them horribly badly because I watched it and I was like, huh. I wonder why I never noticed that before. Huh. Like they don't even they filmed it somewhere else. They just basically boop, popped them right on there.
nice.
A little crazy.
Nice.
7 of the surviving 85 Bears were reunited to film an updated version as a 30-second commercial promoting Boost Mobile, which aired during Super Bowl 44. You see how I wrote that one out because I was not gonna try it. The chorus. We are the Bears shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We're so bad, we know we're good. Blowing your mind like we knew we would.
Yep.
That's all we're allowed to sing
song
because I don't want to pay for it. I want to add to the 300,000. It's the Patriots. With his Bears leading the Patriots 37-3, head coach Mike Ditka. Oh, no, that's a different time. Never mind. Oh, no, it was that one. It was that one.
Okay.
Sure. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. The Bears leading the Patriots 37-3. Head coach Mike Ditka sent defensive lineman William Refrigerator Perry in to smash it into the end zone for another score. No significance to the game, but it was definitely memorable. I remember when the Fringe...
I love running up the score.
Stumbling and bumbling into... Yeah.
Big fan of running up the score.
I don't know if you also remember Elbert L. Woods, also known as Icky Woods.
The Icky Shuffle.
The Icky Shuffle.
Yeah, I do remember that.
The former Cincinnati Bengal fullback grabbed plenty of attention after a stellar rookie season with 15 rushing touchdowns in 1988 and another 3 touchdowns during the Bengals Super Bowl run. Unfortunately, a torn ACL and subsequent knee injury knocked him out of football after only 4 seasons. The Shuffle, however, lives on. I remember the Icky Shuffle.
Definitely.
A little bit. The Cowboys. These are all memorable Super Bowl moments. I
like it.
You're gonna really love this one.
Okay.
The Cowboys were killing the Bills when Leon Lett recovered a fumble and ran towards the end zone. When he got to the 10, he slowed down and held the ball out to showboat.
I hate that. That drives me crazy.
Bills wide receiver Don Beebe caught up with him and knocked the ball out of his hands into the end zone for a touchback. Lett's big mistake was slowing down. They did win that game, though. So. Yeah, because the Bills have never won.
Correct.
Yeah.
That was probably the last time they won one, but we still have to hear about it.
Yeah. So this one's gonna hurt my feelings. This one, everyone, is gonna hurt my feelings. I hate to say this. In January 26, 1997, the Green Bay Packers were about to win the Super Bowl for the first time in 29 years. Don Beebe was in his 8th NFL season and making his 5th Super Bowl appearance. This is the part that hurts my feelings. On the final play of the night, and the only thing he has ever done that I will give him credit for, Favre knelt down before turning around and handing the game ball to Beebe. A man who ended his career without a Pro Bowl appearance as a mark of respect for the struggle endured. Immediately after, Beebe was engulfed by his brother, wife, and 2 children who managed to navigate security.
Aww.
Yeah. I hate, absolutely I broke up with someone over Brett Favre. I am not kidding you. We broke up because of Brett Favre.
Brett Favre is a horrible human being.
I can't stand him.
He is an absolutely...
He's the most overrated quarterback ever because he just tosses the ball up. If he hadn't had receivers that could do it, he just tosses the ball for anybody.
Yep.
That's why he leads with the most interceptions.
Yep. And he was sending dick pics to 20-year-olds while his wife was going through breast cancer
that sucks,
treatment.
But I don't even care about that. I just hate him so much.
I hate him as a player, as a person. I hate when any sports outlets give him any airtime now and they interview him, which is rare. I think he's fallen from grace.
Well, yeah, because now he's got that other scandal going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, taking money from the poor.
Yeah.
To build
Y'all
a
are
wing.
lucky I said his name because usually I don't say his name. I don't even say his number anymore.
Favre.
Yeah, I usually say number after 3. That's how I refer to him. That brings us to halftime.
Whoop, whoop.
Up until 98. Or no, 88. Up until 98, it was usually just marching bands. Occasionally it was a star, but it was like a Broadway star. It was nobody exciting. Or no, up to 91. Although in 1988, Chubby Checker did.
I saw Chubby Checker.
Did you?
In Atlantic City, my 21st birthday. My mom took me to Atlantic City. I had just moved in with my boyfriend and she was not happy. So it was a really awkward, weird trip, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But we did see Chubby Checker.
You were 21 then?
Yeah. Well, no, I was 19 when I moved in with him, but...
Right. Yeah.
I think I had married him by then, so she was okay with it, but I still wasn't. Anyway.
That's enough about Nicole's mom.
Yeah. If you'd ever like to know why Nicole's crazy.
Definitely her mom. Okay. We're not going to talk about your mom.
Okay.
Your mom.
Your mom.
Your mom. We will talk about my mom.
Yeah.
She's crazy too.
She is crazy.
Different
She's
ways.
cute crazy.
Look, my mom will fight you to the death over the Eagles. Like, that woman will take your ass out. Let me tell you something. If I were to ever have brought a Cowboys fan home, she'd kill me.
Oh, yeah.
That would be against the law.
Yeah.
Now, she's okay with some Cowboys fans because DT was a Cowboys fan and she's okay. She even gives him asparagus. So she's okay with him.
I used to work with a man at Dover Downs that was a Dallas fan and I adored him, but he wasn't a dick about it.
There are Cowboy fans that I can tolerate. Yes.
Yeah.
It's the bandwagon fans that I think.
Right.
They're all Kansas City Chief fans right now. So
yeah,
they moved on from the Cowboys. But
that is true.
So
but
anybody who's a real Cowboys fan now is an actual Cowboys fan at this point. So
like your mom's love of football, like it even transcends like the Eagles because I remember when now his name is going to escape me. The old quarterback that came into your restaurant.
Johnny U.
Yeah. And your mom, oh my God, she might as well have seen God himself. She
would not leave the man alone.
She wouldn't.
She hugged him like 97 times.
Yep.
She just annoyed the shit. Doug Flutie also came in and ate.
Oh.
She wasn't as excited to see Doug Flutie as she was Johnny U, but yeah.
Yeah.
He came in a couple times. So she must not have made him too crazy.
He was like, oh, look, a fan.
My mother is hardcore.
Hardcore.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I would be disowned. I always say, because my sister has a son, not that he would ever, he is not inclined for sports,
Right.
unlike his sister. But I was, when he was growing up, I was like, well, what if he plays football and wants to be and is a cowboy? And she's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I would do.
Not sure if I'll disown him or not. We'll have to wait and
And
cross
that
that bridge when we get there.
That is the sun, her sun, moon, and stars is that boy. So, you know, if she didn't know what she was going to do about that, there's no hope for any of us. Yeah, she's hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 91 was when celebrities and like the halftime show really,
Like pop.
yeah, really
music.
really started to become a thing. Like halftime shows and it kicked off with the New Kids on the Block, and it was to celebrate the 25th Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah. 92 was Gloria Estefan, and it was a tribute to the Winter Olympics.
Gloria Estefan was interviewed at the Grammys red carpet.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh. She this is going to sound awful, but she looks very old, and I'm just shocked because she's always just been so...
Gloria Estefanish.
Yeah. And I guess I haven't seen her in years. Like,
Yeah.
she always just looked the same. She never seemed to age for a long time. And now, like, I guess she hit that point where we're all going to hit, where there's just no going back.
Hitting that wall.
Yeah. I mean, she's still a beautiful woman, but that was one of those that was like, oh, I'm old.
That's how I feel about Christian Slater on the new Dexter.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
He looks old. He's like got gray hair and stuff. No, Christian.
He's
no.
just a skater guy.
I mean, Heathers is one of my favorite fucking movies of all time. I had a huge crush on Christian Slater because I like the Bad Boys. Gleaming the Cube. Oh, what was the one where he was a DJ? Oh, God damn it.
I'm not going to remember it.
I can't remember it either. I have it somewhere. I don't know. He's just, okay. Yeah. Enough about Christian Slater.
Okay.
Maybe we'll talk about him later.
Well, I'm sure we will.
93, and I did go back and watch this. Michael Jackson. It was the most watched halftime show of all time. I don't think anybody has beat him. And when I watched it, he literally stood on the stage for 2 minutes straight, motionless. He did not move for 2 minutes while the crowd went insane for
Really?
2 full minutes.
I'm going to have to go back.
You should. That. Like, he literally just doesn't move. And then he moves a little, and then he goes into it. And it was.
Yeah. Do you know the singer? I think Janelle Monáe is her name.
Maybe.
She's been out for a little bit. She, on the Grammys again, the other night did like a tribute kind of thing. I don't think it was a tribute, but she performed like Michael Jackson. She like moonwalked and grabbed her crotch and like did the whole, threw her jacket out in the crowd. Taylor Swift caught it and wore it for the rest of the Grammys. Like it was, it was outstanding. It was really good.
I don't care. I love Taylor Swift. I care.
Love her. Did you see what she wore that night?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Apparently that's an Easter egg.
Dummy.
For all you Swifties, I did know that was an Easter egg. The chain, her thigh chain.
Yeah.
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 With the T.
And she wore Kansas City red.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and she's just she just has the best. It's like the Grammys is her Christmas. Because the whole time everybody else is sitting and she's up dancing, celebrating everybody.
I'm telling you, what sold me on her was the video that came out of her and Travis. Travis took the video of them in the Bahamas or something, and she is out in the water on this bouncy thing. And the whole time she's like, "Are you watching? Are you looking at me? Are you watching? Are you looking at me?" And then he's like, "Yes, I am." And then she like does this weird jump and falls into the ocean. And she pops her head up and she was like, "How's that? Was that good?" And that's it. I was like, "All right, I can love her."
Yeah, she is super cute.
And I know, and you know, the thing of it is like everybody gets all upset with her. It's not her fault that they're showing her 97 times during every game. It's
exactly.
not. I'm sure. And then the other thing that drives me crazy is everybody is like, "Oh, she shouldn't be drinking because she's 35 years old."
Exactly. You should be the one teaching your children about alcohol, not
Never
Taylor
mind.
Swift.
Taylor Swift isn't allowed to have alcohol at a football game like every other human being at a football game. But you can sit in your house and have wine o'clock and chug a bottle of wine every night.
Well, Taylor Swift sings a dig about the wine moms in one of her songs.
She should, because that's just fucking ridiculous. Like, let the woman live.
But yeah, I am super excited that Taylor's coming to our Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I am excited for that. But I had an argument about this with my nephew the other night. He's 29. And it's not that he dislikes Taylor Swift, but he's kind of one of those crotchety football, like, and I'm like, so what? So you don't want to see her? I want to see her. When I see Travis catch a pass, I'm staring at that TV until they flash up to that box and I get to see her cheering for him because she's like a little kid cheering for her boyfriend. Like, she's so cute.
Well, and here's the other thing. She brought a lot, and they, I know that they talk about it on their podcast, the Kelsey brothers. She brought a lot of girls who are now sitting with their dads and watching football games that normally wouldn't have, just so they can watch for Taylor Swift. And, they do show her, 4 or 5 times during the game, and it's, a 4-hour game. So,
and when they show her, it's literally 2 seconds.
Yeah. So these little girls are watching the game, waiting for her. They're learning about the game. And you don't know. Who knows? One of those girls might be the first female NFL player.
Exactly.
I mean, you don't know. I think it does nothing but good things for...
It's always just those crotchety, grumpy people that have to bitch about fucking everything.
What's the difference between showing her every 15 minutes or... Bradley Cooper, because Bradley Cooper's at every Eagles game, and they show him 900 times in the stadium.
And nobody ever says a word.
Because he's Bradley Cooper.
Yep, or basketball games.
They show
Look how many celebrities they show at the sidelines all the time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You see Spike Lee more than you see the Lakers.
Right. Okay. That's the soapbox for now. That's the Taylor Swift soapbox.
We're gonna switch out of feminist.
Yeah.
Nicole and get back to the story.
She was an Eagles fan.
She was.
That does bother me that she traded teams, but I get it.
You have to. But I heard that Travis got questions. Well, I mean, if you were dating a football player, Let
me tell you something.
Well,
look. There will never be a day in my entire life that I won't make bets with anybody. I will put that ugly ass motherfucking star on my body. I do not have a tattoo with a star. I do not have. I will not put a fucking star anywhere near me. I won't do it.
But I will say in her defense, and this is maybe where I'm coming from with this, her dad is an Eagles fan. She actually didn't know much of anything about football when she met Travis,
I guess.
So just getting into it, I mean, he did go on her tour every show he could go.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying.
I know.
Okay, we got to be done with Taylor.
Do we? Though?
Sorry. We don't have enough Swifties listening for that.
You don't know that.
We might if we keep talking about her and they put it in the little description.
Hashtag Taylor Swift.
We'll make sure we get it in there. So after Michael Jackson, 94 was Clint Black, Tanya Tucker, Travis Tritt, and the Judds.
I do like...
the theme was country, by the way.
I do like Tanya Tucker.
If
I had to pick I don't like country.
I don't much care for country. There's like little songs here and there that I don't mind, but for the most part, I don't.
Yeah.
It's not my cup of tea.
Gotcha.
95 was a theme of Indiana Jones. Patti LaBelle, Teddy Pendergrass, Tony Bennett, and Miami Sound Machine, which all of those together just don't sound like they go together. Never mind with an Indiana Jones theme.
That's exactly what I was going. When you said Indiana Jones and then Patti LaBelle, I was like, wait.
I don't.
No?
I didn't look it up. I should have looked it up just.
And then you ended with Miami Sound Machine, and I was just totally confused.
I don't know what happened there.
That sounds like a lot of chaos. That sounds like a few years ago when they had all those rappers on stage,
we'll get to that one
and
too.
It just was not.
You didn't like it? I loved it. We'll get to that.
All right. I'll talk about it when we get to it.
We'll get to see. It's the bottom one.
I didn't look that far ahead yet.
Okay. 96 was 30 years of Super Bowls was the theme with Diana Ross.
She did one earlier.
She did the national anthem.
Oh, shit. That's right.
97 was the Blues Brothers theme.
Yes. was.
Dan Aykroyd, John Goodman, and Jim Belushi, ZZ Top, and James Brown. Okay, that all goes together.
That would have been amazing.
I didn't look that up either.
I didn't know Jim Belushi was still alive in 97. Oh, Jim,
his
not
brother,
John.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I believe Jim is still alive.
You said Blues Brothers, so,
Curly Sue
which
was one
happens to be one of my favorite movies of all
the
time.
Blues Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
That is an excellent movie.
And Jim Belushi is also in Curly Sue, and that is a really good movie. Whoopi is also in that. Anyway, 98 was the Motown 40th anniversary with Boyz II Men, Smokey Robinson, Martha Reeves, The Temptations, and Queen Latifah.
Your favorite.
I love her.
I saw Boyz II Men a couple summers ago at the Fremont stage. It was before you worked there.
I was going to say, did I see that?
No. They were very good still.
I'm sure. I saw them at, they played at an Eagles game.
Oh, okay.
They did the halftime show at the Eagles game, and Belle Biv DeVoe. With Belle Biv DeVoe. Yeah.
That girl is pulling.
Best 15 minutes of my whole. Anyway. 99 was the Salsa and Swing, Gloria Estefan, Stevie Wonder, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, and Savion Glover.
It's so funny. Like, you can see how far Latino music has come because Gloria Estefan got a lot of love because that was probably like one of the only Latino
Her and Selena.
stars that there were to put out there. Because she's done, I've seen her name like 3 or 4 times already.
Well, and I mean, it might also have some, Miami gets a lot of Super Bowls too.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe the Dolphins were good for a while there too. So
It could be that. And you know,
Yeah.
What's it, Joe Robbie Stadium? Is it still called Joe Robbie Stadium?
I have no idea.
Do they still play in Joe Robbie Stadium?
I don't know.
Did they ever play in Joe Robbie Stadium? In 2000 was The Tapestry of Nations with Phil Collins, your favorite, Christina Aguilera, Enrique Iglesias, and Toni Braxton.
That sounds fucking awful.
Well, I don't really understand where Phil Collins fits in there.
I love Toni Braxton.
I love Phil Collins, but I don't understand how you put. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I love Enrique and his wife. They're one of the most stunningly beautiful couples I've ever seen.
Sure, but
Their kids are probably
but
crazy
with
pretty.
Phil Collins, like, I don't know. It seems like, I don't know. It's a weird
He does
combination.
seem out of place. Like, he seems like he'd be that show up there and be like, who are all of you?
And you are.
Why am I here?
2001 was The Kings of Rock and Pop, and it was Aerosmith and NSYNC.
I remember that one. It didn't go so well.
I can't imagine that it did. 02 was a tribute to 9/11, and it was U2.
Yeah, which is weird that you would have an Irish band pay tribute to an American tragedy.
I can't. I don't even know what to say about that.
Yeah. I mean, I like U2. I know you can't
I
stand
hate
U2.
U2. I can't.
I don't know why you hate them so much.
I don't know either. I just don't.
Yeah, you've never given me an answer.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Bono, I can't take it.
I totally get it. There are people like that I hate too.
Yeah,
for
I
no
have
reason.
no reason. I don't know why.
Like Kelly Clarkson. She's perfectly lovely. I can't stand her. I don't know why.
I mean, we all have our thing. 03 was Shania Twain and No Doubt.
Meh. I mean, I love Shania Twain. I love Gwen Stefani. At least I did until she started dating What's-His-Face, and it just didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, you should hear Joe go on about that. Every time they show her, he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah, it bothers me too. I'm pro Joe.
04, they come back with the themes. Or no, this was, what was the theme the last one? I guess Girls was Shania Twain and No Doubt. I don't know. I didn't write down what that was. 04 was, the theme was Choose or Lose. Janet Jackson, P. Diddy, Nelly, Kid Rock, Justin Timberlake, Jessica Simpson, and that was the nip slip.
That was okay. I don't think I remembered that.
I think
there were other people.
No, I think that's the only thing anybody remembers is the last 3 seconds of that.
So, like I tried to say earlier before you told me to stop talking about it, there is a conspiracy theory that Justin Timberlake did that on purpose to get publicity. And there is also controversy that that's what ended Janet Jackson's career, basically, because she really kind of fell off after that.
She did.
And I am a huge Janet Jackson fan. I always have been. Like, I had her cassette tapes as a kid. I love her voice. She's my guilty pleasure. And I always loved Justin, but it really bothers me that he cheats on his wife.
I prefer him as an actor.
Yeah, definitely that. And I think he's funny, like on SNL.
Oh, I love him. Him and Jimmy Fallon together.
He's great on SNL. Kid Rock can suck a dick. Nelly can suck a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, until I wouldn't have said that 3 weeks ago, but I'm saying it today.
I'm going to stop being controversial and let you be controversial. Anyway.
Yeah, and Jessica Simpson, I'm fine with her. She's fine.
She's perfectly fine.
Yeah. She dated Tony Romo, which was a Cowboys fan, or was a Cowboy, and that's a thing against her. But one of the things I will say as an Eagles fan that I have converted is I like Tony Romo as an announcer. I won't say that I love it.
I don't mind him. He's certainly better than Chris Collinsworth because I want to hang myself every time I hear Chris Collinsworth.
And you know what is the worst? His son.
Yes.
Who looks and sounds exactly like him. So our entire life we're going to have Collinsworth on our football Sundays. It's not fair.
No.
I was like, Collinsworth will at least retire one day and then we won't have to deal with it anymore. But there is a clone of him
second one
coming up to take over, and it sucks. You know who I really can't stand? And you know I like Tom Brady and you hate Tom Brady. He's awful.
Yeah.
He looks like a fucking bobblehead with the stupid grin on his face, just staring at the camera, just smiling and nodding.
Can't stand him.
It's terrible. It's awful. Like, it's actually a relief, though, to see him do something that he's so horrible at because he just seems so practically perfect all the time.
Here's my thing about Tom Brady. I will admit that he is the greatest quarterback. He is the GOAT. I'm going to give him that. But that's it. I don't like him. I don't care about him. I don't want to talk about him. I just want him to fade off into the sunset. And I know he's not ever going to, but
that would be ideal for him.
I mean,
like, just go.
I don't know why you would divorce your wife when she makes 3 times what you do, but whatever. What do I know?
He wanted some of that young thing.
Yeah. I mean, you're married to whatever.
Right, exactly. It was like Jay-Z cheating on Beyonce. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
So in 2005, they stopped with the themes all that time. And it was Paul McCartney.
He's awesome.
I've seen Paul McCartney.
I have too. He was at Firefly.
Oh, yeah.
One year.
My mom made me go. We saw him at the vet.
He's actually amazing.
He was. I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I was seeing him because I was like, it's a real life Beatle. Like, of course I'm going to go watch him play. But it was an amazing show. I loved it.
I enjoyed Paul McCartney. My mom, of course, she was Paul, was her favorite Beatle.
Right. I remember that.
2006 was the Stones.
Yeah.
2007, and I did watch this one again, was Prince. I don't care who you are. That was the best halftime show that has ever happened.
That halftime show was literally orchestrated by the gods. Like,
he was playing Purple Rain in the motherfucking rain.
The rain.
Go back and watch it because it is
in like 10-inch heels.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love Prince.
Yeah,
I know he's a wackadoo, but
no, I don't even think he's a wackadoo. I think he's.
I mean, I know why he did
genius.
the symbol thing. He had to.
Right.
Same reason Taylor is re-releasing all her Taylor versions of everything. But yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it doesn't surprise me that he was on all sorts of medications and stuff because
anybody creative has to be. I imagine.
Yeah. And the way those heels that he wore and the moves that he did, and like, he was definitely a tortured soul.
Yeah.
But we all gained from that because his music is.
Well, we'll talk about him another time. We'll do a whole episode on Prince.
Oh, yay. Okay, I'll stop.
Okay. 2017 was Lady Gaga. I'm sorry. I just love Lady Gaga. And I thought that was one of the best. I think that I would put that as number 2 in In 2022, it was Dr. Dre, Snoop, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, 50 Cent, and it was the most viewed on YouTube. And it was the first to win an Emmy.
I did like it. I thought the set was amazing. I love the houses. And
It was very Gen X pointed.
Yes. And I love Kendrick Lamar. I happened upon him at Firefly also. We went one year with my nephew who is way hipper than I ever was. And going in, he was like, you've got to go see Kendrick Lamar. Like, he's awesome. So we saw him live the first time ever, and he really was amazing. Poor Fiddy. Like, he looked like a stuffed tick. Like, his head was just going to explode. They kept him upside down way too long.
Yes. Yes.
So that part was kind of funny, and I'm not an Eminem fan. I love Dre. I love Snoop till 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Moving on. Let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Ooh.
1971, Coke, I'd Like to Buy the World a Coke, was the first viral, for 71, if you can say viral at that point. I remember it very well.
I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony.
Okay.
Perfect harmony.
Yeah, so that was 71. In 1980, Coke again was the Mean Joe Green "Hey Kid, Catch."
This is my favorite Coke commercial of all time.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
84 was Macintosh. Of course, we talked about that in the Bill and Steve's Nerdy Adventure. If you want to go back and let's talk about the Macintosh commercial. Mm-hmm. Also, Wendy's "Where the Beef." That's where that ad
that was
originated.
a Super Bowl commercial?
Yes, it was a Super Bowl commercial.
She was the cutest old lady.
I love her.
In the back of that car. The car's like going side to side. Where's the beef?
I love that.
It's so ridiculous.
It really is. Oh, man. 93 was the showdown between Michael Jordan and Larry Bird.
I remember that.
For the McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
95 was the Budweiser Frogs.
Oh, I love them.
Budweiser. 96 was the Cindy Crawford Pepsi commercial. Uh-huh. Yeah.
She's so beautiful. And her daughter looks exactly like her. Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
You know who else's daughter looks exactly like her mother? Reese Witherspoon's daughter. Might as well be her.
Yes. Yes.
They look, yeah. It would be hard to tell them apart.
Yeah.
2000, it was What's Up?
Oh my God. How long did people answer the phone like that
people
after
do.
that?
So this one in 2002, it is the only time it has ever been aired. It was aired one time and that was it. If you go back and watch it, it makes me cry every fucking time I watch it. And I have remembered it every now and then. I'm like, oh, and then I watch it. It was the Clydesdales bow their heads at the New York City skyline. Mm-hmm. No words are spoken. The entire it's just the Clydesdales, and it is very moving. Mm-hmm. And they only aired it one time, and they don't probably ever need to air it again because if you watch it, it's yeah. If you missed it the one time, it's on YouTube, so you can watch it.
Yeah.
2010, Betty White has the Snickers. Mm-hmm. You're not you.
Yep.
Yeah. 2011 was the little Volkswagen kid with the force using the force. That one was there's a lot of other ones, but these are ones I liked. 2015 had the Like a Girl, like to throw like a girl, and that was that was cool.
Yep.
In 2014, a very Gen X commercial was the Radio Shack commercial that the 80s called, and they want their Radio Shack back.
Aww.
And it was every 80s thing. Look it up. It was Hulk Hogan and
now Radio Shack's not even a thing anymore.
Well, that's what I thought. I was like 2014. I feel like Radio Shack was gone by then, but I guess not.
No, because there was one down the road here till just a few years ago.
Oh, really? Huh. Weird. Okay, so we were doing it. Now it's the 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter of our episode. We're almost there, guys. I know. An hour and 10 minutes. I'm gonna try and. But I accidentally did this part in the beginning, so we're gonna just do a little. Anyway, the greatest Super Bowl in the history of Super Bowls was February 4th, 2018 at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Which, by the way, the team that went there and won beat Minnesota
To get there.
in their own stadium.
The first time anybody decorated the Rocky statue, and that's why they lost.
Yep.
And now they think it's just somebody doing it just for... It's an Eagles fan doing
It's a superstition thing. That's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
That was Super Bowl 52. Where the Philadelphia Eagles beat the New England Patriots for their first Super Bowl victory with a score of 41-33. I watch it all the time, as I stated before.
I just got goosebumps.
I'm sorry, but the Philly play is the most gutsy, ballsy play
Yes.
you could run.
Yes.
I mean, it just is. And Doug Peterson, that's how they played. They were ballsy.
Yep.
They had that whole "no one likes us. We're from Philly, fucking Philly."
Underdogs.
Yeah, it was everything about and I was at the steps of the art museum when Jason Kelsey gave his speech. Yeah. So, if you don't know it.
Yeah, I was down in front of town hall in a wind tunnel, freezing my ass off with my family complaining, freezing their ass off. But we didn't know. Like, we took the train into town and we got there before it was even light outside, and we just found the first spot we could find, and we're like, we're hunkering down here because we knew it was going to fill in around us.
If I were to go again, I don't think I would go. I don't think I'm going to go if they win.
Why?
Because I did it. I don't know. I'm old now.
You don't feel like you need to?
Cold outside. I don't know if I got to the point where I'm just an old lady and I don't want to have fun or what. But like, I don't like crowds. Number one, I can't take crowds. I don't. Yeah.
It was a rough day.
It was rough.
It was cold. You couldn't leave to go pee.
There was, it was just a lot that day.
It was.
Because
it was
because
intense.
first of all, number one, Howie Long's son, Chris Long, had made the bet back in like November or December, that if they won the Super Bowl, he would buy everybody in Philadelphia a beer. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah. So when it came time for the Super Bowl, Bud Light came out and said they would pay his tab. That they were, do you not remember the whole Budweiser ad?
No.
Oh, gosh, I don't remember. The Philly thing. They did the Philly thing for like, and anyway, they said that they would pick up the tab. So all over the city of Philadelphia on the parade day, Bud Light was free.
Oh.
Yeah, any Budweiser product. As a matter of fact, yeah, they picked up his tab. They said,
wow.
"Look, when we're done here, you look it up."
Okay,
it's all the whole thing. But yeah, yeah. So they picked up. So everybody was drunk, and
I definitely couldn't have drank beer. I would have peed myself, shivering and not being able to get to the bathroom.
Yeah, when we were at we were at the end of the parade, so where they were giving their speeches. And the cool thing about it, though, because I don't know about where you were, but at the art museum, they had a giant TV up and they played the Super Bowl. And so
Wow.
I think that's why I don't think I could go to this parade, because I did that. I watched the Super Bowl again with a million of my closest Eagle friends, because I don't know how many people were down there, but it was very crowded.
Oh yeah.
And so before the team got down there, we were watching the Super Bowl. So, there was that. That's why I don't think I could go back, because I don't know.
You just think it would be a disappointment, or it wouldn't be.
I don't think it would. I don't know.
You'd get halfway through and be like, why am I here?
Why I got to drive 3 hours back?
Yeah.
I don't.
Do you want to just leave now?
Yeah, I want to leave now.
Let's beat the crowd.
Yeah. So I don't know. It'll be a game time decision for me.
Okay. Well, if you need someone to go with you, I'm pretty sure my husband has said he will never do it again.
Oh, we'll see.
And I'm kind of like you. Like, I would go.
I don't know.
But I don't need to go.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like, I don't need to go. I mean, it's just...
If the right thing came up, offer or...
And if it wasn't 3 hours away.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to get up at 2:00 in the morning to go. And I don't know. It seems like a lot.
Although taking the train in was clutch. Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine. Where'd you take Wilmington? Did you catch it Wilmington?
I don't know. No, because Tracy lived in South Jersey at the time. So
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I would have no idea how to do that by myself.
I just don't think I could do it. Again, we'll see.
All
We'll
right.
see what happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, I won't. That's that about that.
Okay. Since you all care about whether we want to go to the parade or not.
We'll let you know. How
You went all the way to the end of the episode just to hear this crap.
right? Sorry. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Mm-hmm. Like, share, rate, review. We need to put that in the beginning of it. Just because nobody cares about this part.
Right.
Find us wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow us on all the socials at Like Whatever Pod. Send an email to likewhateverpod@gmail.com or don't like whatever.
Whatever.
EAGLES Eagles.
You back